Hi everybody. Welcome to the last Mercury retrograde cycle for 2021. Yay! So in this video, we're going to discuss what Mercury retrograde is, what it isn't, and how it's going to affect all 12 signs. This, of course, is my take on the energy, and because of that, it may not resonate with everyone. And if it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. I am using intuitive astrology for this reading, and because of that, I would suggest that you go ahead and listen to your sun, moon, and rising for a bigger picture. I also have another video out, the wealth forecast for October, that you might want to watch by sign too, and I'll link it up here and below. So, okay, Mercury retrograde. This alignment happens about 3 times a year. It seems like we're constantly going in and out of Mercury retrograde, right? We began on January the 30th going into retrograde. We went again on May the 29th, and now we're going on September the 27th. So what can we expect, and what is Mercury retrograde going to really teach us this time? Well, because it has been in air signs, it's a big reminder to really check our communication, check our relationships, and to relax, to rest, to invest in self-care, which sounds really fun and easy, but except when we're going through this, the lessons can be somewhat dramatic. This alignment will also add extra confusion in matters of, as I said before, communication, but also logical thinking, focus, and anything really having to do with relationships or our social image. So the mentally focused signs of the zodiac will probably be fine, but it's going to be trying. Let's put it that way. Why are we going through this? What's the lesson behind this? Well, Mercury retrograding in the air signs teaches us to be more thoughtful with our words and more intentional, both with our personal partnerships and our community relationships. So instead of taking the people around you for granted, instead of just being focused maybe on your own personal goal, it's time to really look at how we're interacting with the people around us, both in our own family and also in the community. Of course, all Mercury retrogrades, no matter what sign they're in, are about slowing down and checking and double checking, such as confirming appointments before you drive across town, keeping a copy of emails you send. It's generally not the time to sign contracts, legal matters, get married or get divorced, or start a new job. And it can leave us feeling melancholy and maybe wistful for people or situations from our past. So suddenly you may be thinking about your family, you may be thinking about, your school days or your first job, your first love. It doesn't really signify that those people are going to come back in your life, although they could, because they may be thinking about you too. I get asked this a lot. Your first love suddenly shows up during Mercury retrograde. Does that mean that it was meant to be? Generally, what I tell people is take it all with a grain of salt, because if it was that perfect relationship, why did it end? And sometimes things end because we're not at the same stage in life, or we're not ready, we're not mature enough. So I would go slow on any new relationship, even a rekindling of a past relationship during Mercury retrograde. If you take the normal Mercury precautions, such as, like I said, double checking things, not expecting people to be on time, and not taking it personally, keep your sense of humor about you, then you'll be fine. This is not going to be as tough as some of the past retrograde cycles. Let's break it down. How will each sign be impacted by this energy, and what's the lesson? You can jump ahead. There will be a timestamp below, or you can listen to them all and see how the puzzle pieces fit together. Let's begin with Aries. Aries, your relationship with your family members, your in-laws, and especially younger siblings will be highlighted during this cycle. It's important that you keep your temper in check and know that delays, missed appointments, and road work are likely. You'll probably find out too that unbeknownst to you, those younger siblings have been looking up to you. They've been following along with what you're doing and rooting for you, wanting to maybe even model their life after you. And this may come as a big shock because you had no idea. This subject has never really come up, but you'll see as the cycle unfolds how they actually have been influenced by you. It's up to you to make sure that this stays positive and take it for the flattery that it is. Keep your temper in check. Like I say, there's going to be, road construction, there's going to be missed appointments, people are going to, hit you up for lunch and then not show up at the last minute. Those things are going to happen. It's not about you, it's about them. So just roll with it, and I think everything will be fine. Spend some time with your family if at all possible. Taurus, you're feeling well as this cycle begins. Take this burst of energy and clean out closets, donate goods to charity, and keep moving forward. This energy can bring up buried memories from the past, though, that may surface as bad dreams or sudden flashes of memory. Know that they are all in the past and you've already survived them. Your relationship with your friends are good. Your relationship with your family is good. Things only get better from here, Taurus. You're doing everything you're supposed to and you're right on track. So don't let the little delays or the people from the past coming forward interfere with your day-to-day life. You're on the right track and you're making progress. So stick to your plan. Gemini, stress in relationships continue. And actually, this cycle will highlight what needs to be fixed in relationships, probably by bringing these issues to the surface. You can find balance, though, with exercise, creative hobbies, singing, dancing, and being in nature. Make sure you make time for yourself during this cycle, Gemini. You have some great new opportunities coming up on the horizon, but before leaping out there, be sure and read the fine print. Know what you're signing up for. Your family dynamics are changing as you lose some of your fantasies over what your relationship should look like, and you and your partner come to a more realistic understanding. Keep communication flowing with your partner and be ready to postpone upcoming trips. Even small trips right now will probably not go as planned. Will they be disasters? No, of course not. But if you can put it off a couple of months, I think that everyone involved will have a better time. Overall, it looks like things are going to be okay. Just don't overreact as the relationship issues come up, and know that they're coming up so you can address them. This is a good thing. Cancer. This can be a tricky time for you, Cancer, as Mercury retrograde can mean emotional overload, especially connected to relationships. It's important you stay positive and give yourself extra time before appointments, before meeting friends, before going out to doctor's appointments or whatever. Give yourself extra time so that you don't feel rushed, and also don't take anything personal. You may have a doctor's appointment planned. You even get a confirmation call. You arrive and find out that the doctor has changed locations. Don't take this personal. It just happens during Mercury retrograde. If possible, to avoid negative or toxic people during this time. Instead, send some loving energy to yourself and know that this too shall pass. Work more on self-care and don't let those negative people that you must interact with get you down. What they're going through is a mirror of their life, not yours. Leo, it's time to slow the business down. Things have been going and you've been caught up in the never-ending task, and you've been working more, you've been doing more, and now suddenly we're in this new energy and you're tired, and rightly so. But the thing is, if you keep pushing like this, more and more things are going to start going wrong. You're going to lose files, text messages are going to be gone, and contact information will disappear, and it will just throw a monkey wrench in everything. Back up everything, think through your plan. Make sure you schedule some downtime and keep a copy of everything you send off. If possible, wait until after this cycle to sign any contracts, even if they've been in the works for the entire year. I would still wait until November to sign anything. Overall, things will get back on track after this retrograde, but still take this time to relax and spend time with your loved ones. Virgo, if possible, wait to file any paperwork or legal documents. This could include visas as well. Now is not the time to file them. Also, avoid criticizing others, and if someone does say something to you about your appearance, don't take it personal. There will be a lot of miscommunication for you during this time, and I would advise you not to rent out space in your head for these people who may or may not realize what they're saying. And remember, what they do say is more about them than about you. So overall, Virgo, it looks like it's going to be a steady workflow for you during this. Back up everything, double check appointments, and make sure that you allow yourself extra time to get to work, because there could be other weird things happening that could slow you down. Libra, this Mercury retrograde seems like it's aimed right at you, doesn't it? This is going to be a time when you're going to have to slow down and you're going to have to put your attention on yourself and your family. Start with your family's diet, look at your health, don't take anything for granted, and consult a doctor as needed. Now, I'm not saying that I think anything big is going to go wrong. This is more about staying on top of things things so nothing does. Think about it as preventative maintenance. Electronics and automobiles will also likely need extra attention during this time. So if you're already starting to suspect you need new tires or the screen on your phone is broken, it's time to address that, because chances are they're going to get worse as we go through this cycle. Your relationships will probably be up in the air during this time, and it may push you to neglect other parts of your life. So that's why it's really important to begin now focusing on the important people in your life. Focus on your family and really be there for them. Don't let work become your main focus. You can breeze through this retrograde cycle by taking good care of yourself, your family, making time for self-care, and not getting caught up in unnecessary drama. Scorpio, relationships and money will be the forefront for you during this cycle, Scorpio. Going out with friends may cause you to spend more than you budgeted, but instead of focusing on your friends, during this cycle, focus on your younger siblings and your mother or your mother figure. Make sure you do not hurt their feelings with your words or your behaviors, even unintentionally. It's time to slow down and nurture the people that you care about. Partnered life will continue to have its ups and downs, Scorpio, but overall, everything looks like it's going to be okay for you. Things are falling in place in other sectors of your life. So I think that, pretty much this will be an easier cycle for you than some of the others this year have been. Sagittarius. Trip delays and love life ups and downs. It seems like it's a current theme, doesn't it? Your partner may be off during this time, and arguments over little things or past problems could easily come up. Keep your balance by recognizing everyone is out of sorts now, and don't take anything personal. Even though your partner's bringing up something that you've already dealt with, you've already talked about, you've already fixed, listen to them, be present, and acknowledge their feelings. While you would like to travel during this time, it's likely that you'll be faced with delays. So instead, plan something around your birthday and make sure you have something fun to look forward to, Sagittarius. Capricorn, family life, expenses, and travel are themes for you. If you've already planned a trip with your family during the retrograde, it will probably be enjoyable, but it will likely cost more than you budgeted. Once you're back home, your finances will straighten out, and you should be able to recoup the funds you spent, no problem. But still, this could leave you feeling anxious and aggravated. Don't let it cause problems with your family, though. And if you think it's going to be a big issue, then postpone the trip. I would say, though, rather look at it as an investment in building memories with your family rather than the money involved. But of course, I'm a Leo, and that's how I look at life. Overall, don't spend too much time talking or complaining about the expenditures, or you will end up making your family feel guilty and uncomfortable. And that's really not what you want. If you think it's going to be an issue, postpone the trip. Aquarius, money and new relationships will be a theme for you during the cycle. You're drawn to the stock market and cryptocurrency, but do your research and wait until after the shadow to invest. If you're offered a new job or a new placement in your current job, not necessarily a promotion, but maybe a new position, it's wise to investigate it before accepting it. I think that it may sound too good to be true, so you really need to do your research. A new love relationship is fast approaching for you, Aquarius, and your social life will soon improve. You're going to be really busy in 2023, by the way. Keep positive and know that things are going to get better, but make sure you don't end up working so much that you're not having any fun either, Aquarius. For partnered Aquarius, your relationship is about to enter a new, more pleasant phase, and it will be more balanced overall. Pisces, travel plans change and change again. You have trips planned and then you canceled them, and now they could be back on. The problem is you're ready to go, but you don't really want to leave your house for that long, and that's okay. You also don't particularly want to spend that much money. Here's a little secret though, Pisces. If you go, double the amount of money that you're planning on taking, because there will be some unforeseen hiccups that happen where you'll end up spending more than what you thought. I would suggest that you go and have a good time and build memories, and not let the worry over money stop you from having fun and enjoying life. If you do stay home, this is a great time to go through closets, declutter, donate things to charity, and maybe catch up with some old friends. It may not be possible to meet up, but you can still talk on the phone, you can video chat, you can do some other things like that, which will be very enjoyable. Overall, I think this is about reconnecting with people and building on relationships, whether taking trips with friends and family or talking talking on the phone and reconnecting with people from the past too. There's a possibility of a relationship from the past coming up again, Pisces. Whether or not you decide to go down that road is up to you. Anything generally started in Mercury retrograde is always dicey anyway, but it could be that the lesson that it brings forward is something that you need, or it could also be closure from how the past relationship ended. A lot of good could possibly come from it. So no matter what sign you are, Mercury retrograde will have its lessons, yes, but we can all get through it easily by not taking anything personal, by allowing extra time, and by having a sense of humor. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a number of new videos about to come up, so if you haven't subscribed, why not hit that bell and subscribe now? You don't want to miss any of the new videos. And let's thank the patrons for making this video possible. If you like this type of content, why not consider joining the channel or becoming a patron? And there are different levels of perks too involved with becoming a patron. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.